Biden assured him of additional assistance to the IDF. Could you give us some details?
We are grateful to the support we receive from the American administration, from President Biden. We are fully coordinated with them. I'm fully coordinated with Ambassador Thomas Greenfield here, as I said, regarding, for example, that we don't expect to see any other statement coming from the Security Council unless it's the content that I just mentioned. We don't want to get into specifics again, but the administration is willing to assist Israel. And what was your first question?
On normalization with Saudi Arabia, is that off the table?
That's an important question. We don't see any reason that it should be off the table. Again, we believe that there's a moderate, there are moderate countries in our region that wants to normalize relations and live in peace and coexistence. And definitely Saudi Arabia is part of them. You know, when Saudi Arabia was attacked by the Houthis, or when the UAE was attacked by the Houthis and other Iranian proxy in our region, we always condemned it because I think that all moderate countries should stand together against radicalism, against terrorism. And obviously, that's what Iran wants to achieve, to separate us all. They definitely want to derail the chances of having normalization between Saudi Arabia and Israel. We still want it to happen. We'll do everything that we can to live in coexistence with all of our neighbors.
We have time for one more question. Yes.
Give them two.
Ambassador Neda Tawfiq with the BBC. This format, closed consultations, do you want to see an open meeting of the Security Council? And to those countries who have said this will continue as long as there isn't a peace, a two-state solution, what's your reaction to their statements?
It's either being naive or more than being naive, because if I just described to you and show you some quotes from the Hamas charter, and I don't remember anyone talking about achieving a peace agreement with Al-Qaeda or with ISIS. Peace cannot be achieved with an organization that its sole only goal is to destroy you and to butcher each and every one of your citizens. So it's only about fighting terrorism and radicalism. So therefore, we thought there's no room now to have a real discussion of the Security Council. Again, we are at a war now in Israel. We have hostages being kept in Gaza. We have a constant threat. They are still indiscriminately firing rockets and missiles at our towns and cities. So we are fully, totally focused on achieving our goal to remove this threat from our citizens.
So you don't see the purpose of an open meeting? I just want to make sure that I have that.
I don't see any reason now to hold an open meeting.
Time for one more question. Yes, please.
Yeah, on hostages, there are reports. Paolo Mastrolilli with the Italian daily La Repubblica. On hostages, there are reports. Hostages. There are reports of a possible deal in exchange of restoring electricity, the freedom for children and women. Are you willing to consider something like that without getting into details?
We're not even dealing with it right now. As I said, we're not going to share any information or intelligence publicly. I believe you will see that Israel is determined, as I said, to bring back our boys, girls, babies, grandparents who were taken forcefully to Gaza, and we are determined to obliterate the terrorist infrastructure there that is threatening all of us and the future of Israel. Thank you very much.